We're going to move on to gift number 8 underneath the tree. And, well, this one comes all the way from Ansan. It's Mike Brandon.
So what do we want in our Ansan stocking this year? Well, please, K Santa, how about a lock on K2 relegation? Do you really think clubs like ours would survive going down to the K3? Perhaps we need more financial structure before we discuss this one a little further, but who knows? Maybe it will go ahead and we'll be asking for parachute payments in our next stocking. But while we're at it, how about a little more of a positive one, if you can fit it in here? And that is, how about a few by the pitch stands at the Wa Stadium? It's a wonderful stadium, but it'd be nice to be a little bit closer to the action. We might even get a few more fans in if we do that. And if there's any more room left, well, how about at the bottom of the stocking we find 3 points to kickstart 2024 rather than all that coal that we keep getting in recent years. Anyway, Merry K-League-mas, everyone.
Mike Brandon there, coming in from Ansan, I think. Definitely not a green screen. But no, yeah, thanks for that. That was great. Before we address his main gift, I guess we have to address his small gift. Can we give Ansan a few temporary stays? Who you both been to Ansan? I'm taking.
Yes.
Been there several times. Yeah, it's one of those grounds where the away end isn't behind the goal. It's kind of in the corner. Yeah, and it's a bit of a trek from Seoul, but it is close to a subway station. There's one across the road, so it is a stadium that I would like to go to. I would like to see Blue Wings away there next year. That would be quite interesting.
I saw the Blue Wings away there this season, and there was a cup game, and it was one of those Wednesday afternoons in April when the air quality was so terrible that they were cancelling baseball games on the same day, but they had K-League or Green FA Cup games on at the same time. Serious health issues that particular day. That was it must have been in late April. So it was warm, the air was atrocious, but I saw the Blue Wings there, and I mean, they that's a close enough drive for the Blue Wings fans to do, and it's up line 1, line 4 to Gojan Station. It's not a hard trek. Yeah, they should get pitch side seats. I mean, Anyang, I think, have done it the best. Anyang have pitch side seats on 3 different sides. It looks great. The fact that only the away fans are far from the field, or far from the pitch, is fine. Who cares? The fact that the 3 home fans, whatever stands, are close to pitches, the way to go. Because I know Elan are struggling with that a little bit too. It's hard to really get into a game when you're that far from the pitch.
Yeah. Well, his other 2 gifts he wanted a win for Ansan, because I think this is a result of his main gift. He would like a lock on the K-League 2, no relegation to K3, which it's been teased year and year, and it might actually come into fruition in the next couple. But put a lock on K2. I've actually got you down as different opinions on this, either forced or not. Andrew, why should we keep a lock on K2?
I'll agree with what he said about the parachute payments, and also there's no point in bringing up K-League 3 teams or K3 teams if they're not fully professional and they have like a dedicated media section and they have a proper stadium with structure. You need to, if you're going to allow teams to go up, they should at least have to pass some sort of a test before they're allowed up. But when I saw that question coming in, I was thinking that just sounds like a person or some people who don't want to go to Gimhae, Yangju, Paju, Yangpyeong, Hocheon, whatever it is, on a Sunday at 7 o'clock, and then have to go to work on a Monday. I can understand why they don't want to do it. However, what I will say is that the relegation, if there was a relegation battle in K-League 2 was amazing. The season that's just gone by. The title race was fantastic. The playoff race was fantastic. And between God, I've already forgotten the name. China City FC and Ansan Greeners, the battle to avoid 13th spot was just as interesting. And Ansan stole it really on the last weekend of the season, the last day of the season. You imagine how tight that would have been if you knew one of those teams was going down. And I just think there should be a punishment for finishing bottom, and at the very, very least, a playoff.
Paul, you're in, like I said, Ebenezer Scrooge mode here. You're going to open the basement in the K-League. Dejon's been down there once, down at that bottom. Remember that?
Yes, they have. Yeah, 2017, their anniversary year, which is Ansan's first year, and we gave them 3 points in their first ever game. So That was
That's definitely not motivated. Then this
very nice thing to do. No, but seriously, I could not disagree with Mike more. Clubs will never progress if there's no risk involved, if there's no danger. Okay, so I had a look at all the teams that have finished in the bottom two in the K League 2 over the last, since 2013. Okay, now I won't name them all, but there are some repeat offenders in here. If you take away Ansan Police, there's only one team that has won promotion to K League 1 or won the title. Okay, and that's Dejon. Okay, and that came after investment. So okay, it's a little bit skewed in that aspect. But the season before the takeover, they did finish bottom of the table, in the bottom two at least. Some clubs have gone on to be extinct that have finished in that bottom two. Chungju Hummel and Goyang Zankro being the two. So 11 teams in total have finished in the bottom two of K League 2. Okay, 6 have been in the playoffs at some stage. Only 5 have done so after finishing in the bottom two. So either the following season or seasons thereafter. Okay, so having no relegation means that there is no risk. There's no urgency to invest. There's no real sort of pressure to make the right decision in terms of a manager or recruitment. Okay, Ansan could well have got into the playoffs if they'd have had a bit of urgency behind them. They almost did in 2019, but they obviously fell short. If the manager, if over the last 2 seasons, if they'd had real danger of going down, real danger, they would have done something about it. They would have been a bit better in their recruitment. They'd have hired the right manager. They wouldn't have given just some random caretaker the job for half a season. They'd have been a bit more measured and calculated in what they were doing. Also, from a K3 point of view, there are some good teams in K3. Some who are pretty much professional, all but in name, really. And there's some good young players there who won't get opportunities to play at a pro level if there's no promotion to K League 2. So I completely disagree. I think there needs to be relegation, and it needs to happen soon.
All right. I will come down and say there has to be relegation, but I do think there should be things in place to make sure that the K3 league teams that come up are in a situation to come up. Like, so yeah, you can be in a promotion place in the K3 league, but if you haven't got the facilities or meet the minimum requirements of a professional team, then the promotion cannot happen. So then it just keep going down the league until somebody does get promoted, perhaps. I don't know. But I do agree with the threat of relegation. So, Mike, I am going to say, I'm sorry, that lock's coming off the K League 2 basement, but you can watch those K3 teams from the nice temporary stands we'll put in. Anyway, thanks for that.